Distinguished delegates, colleagues, friends, I'm really sorry that I'm unable to join you in person. It would have been my first visit to Colombia, which remains on my bucket list of places to visit. And it would have been a real privilege to engage with the amazing brain trust that has come together on this regional conference on population and development. So, sexual and reproductive health and rights. This is a matter that lies at the very heart of our shared commitment to advancing human rights and global health. These rights encompass fundamental freedoms such as the right to autonomy, bodily integrity, informed consent, privacy, and access to education and information. They protect the most intimate aspects of our lives, closely linked with our general health, mental, and social well-being. Without sexual and reproductive health and rights, our ability to make autonomous and informed decisions about our bodies, health, sexuality, and reproduction is severely compromised. These rights are crucial not only for individual empowerment, but also for combating gender stereotypes and advancing gender equality. They are interconnected with the broader social determinants such as labor market rights, decent work, and social protection, all essential for women's empowerment. Data reveals stark health disparities between genders and across different population groups and countries. When these disparities are avoidable, unjust, or unfair, they raise critical issues of equality, equity, and human rights. It is an undeniable fact that human rights are not universally enjoyed, often undermined by discriminatory practices and socioeconomic inequalities. The interconnection between human rights protection and health outcomes can be visualized as three overlapping circles. The first relates to direct health impacts on human rights violations. Violations such as torture, arbitrary detention, forced labor, gender-based violence, and harmful practices like child marriage and female genital mutilation have devastating effects on physical and mental health, leading to lifelong suffering or death. The last few years has seen an alarming increase in conflict-related sexual violence. The 2023 report to the Secretary General indicates that survivors of conflict-related sexual violence constitute a diverse and multifaceted group, including women, girls, men, boys, and individuals of diverse sexual orientations, gender identities, and those affected by disabilities. Their ages range from the very young to the elderly, with the majority coming from socioeconomically marginalized communities. The second circle relates to economic and social rights and health. The enjoyment of economic and social rights, education, adequate living standards, safe working environments, and gender equality plays a significant role in health outcomes. Addressing climate change and providing comprehensive sexuality education are critical to this context. And the third circle covers health policies and human rights. Health systems can either protect or violate human rights depending on how policies are developed, implemented, and evaluated. Non-discrimination, participation, information, and privacy must be upheld to avoid perpetuating gender inequalities and stereotypes. Health systems, as social institutions, reflect societal norms and values. They can be places where discrimination occurs or gender inequalities are perpetuated. As public institutions, often run by governments, health systems have a profound responsibility to protect and promote human rights. Promoting sexual and reproductive health and rights is central to realizing the right to health, but these rights are often politicized. Decisions related to one's body, health, reproductive choices, and sexuality can spark protests, influence elections, and dominate headlines. Discussions on sexual and reproductive health and rights touch everyone personally and invite diverse opinions, often rooted in values and religious beliefs. Health perspectives are frequently downplayed or ignored. However, these rights are integral to international commitments protected by the human rights legal system. Bridging the gap between international commitments and the intimate nature of sexual and reproductive health and rights is where WHO and our department excels. WHO's strengths lies in its commitment to health evidence in decision-making, demonstrating that promoting, protecting, and respecting sexual and reproductive health and rights is beneficial for public health. WHO's Sexual and Reproductive Health Program is driven by robust science. Through the UNDP, UNFPA, UNICEF, WHO, World Bank Special Program of Research Development and Research Training in Human Reproduction, HRP, WHO has provided high-quality data for over 5 decades, informing services that we often now take for granted. HRP's groundbreaking research spans safe and comprehensive abortion care, contraceptive safety, violence against women, self-care, sexual health, and quality care during and after pregnancy. WHO's record of evidence generation, synthesis, and research underscores how investing in science can operationalize human rights towards tangible health impacts. As we move forward, let us reaffirm our commitment to advancing sexual and reproductive health and rights through evidence-based approaches. By doing so, we can ensure that these fundamental rights are not only protected, but also promoted as essential components of public health and human dignity. While I'm not there in person, please do not hesitate to contact me or any of the exceptional staff at the Department of Sexual and Reproductive Health and Research here at WHO. We have a mountain of resources, are always keen to hear about where the evidence gaps might be and to develop new collaborations and partnerships to work towards sexual and reproductive health and rights for all. Thank you.